Recently, this news article caught my attention, wherein someone from Chief Minister's office, apparently the person is an economic advisor, who called Indian judiciary our biggest hurdle for Viksit Bharat, transformative India or India to be a developed nation. Following that event, there was another event, news article that caught again my attention, wherein a senior advocate seemed to elicit that remark is somewhat troubling. And there is this third event, news article, wherein I came to know that some two advocates in send a letter to additional, probably general, some government high-ranking authority, so that they can initiate a contempt. Now, let me just give you a brief remark on these three events. Now, starting with Mr. Sanjeev Sanyal, definitely he is naive. He doesn't have probably the full depth and the breadth of understanding of democracy and its relation with judiciary, or how democracy works. Now, the second remark by this senior advocate, uh, that's troubling, quote unquote. I do not know what he's really talking about. If he is referring to the public image of judiciary, we do not have as such image. We only have image in the abstraction. If you go to common people, people who have been to, or who needed, or probably who are in need of judiciary assistance, if you just go and ask them, they will tell you how happy or the kind of image Indian judiciary has in their mind. So, and I don't think it can go. This remark doesn't even scratch the surface. So maybe he was just trying to get the attention of the media. And this third, which is an attempt to file a contempt, that is again a publicity stunt, because what he said is not derogatory. What he said, it is not, one cannot say, because when he made that remark, there was a context behind it. I saw the video. He made a couple of remarks in terms of some of the practices adopted and practiced by judiciary, such as addressing judges by my lord, lordship, and all that. Then this practice of long vacation by higher judiciary, Supreme Court, High Courts, and all that. He also made some remark. He took example of calling things prayer, which are basically an application. Now, I think to now my criticism of Mr. Sanjeev Shanal, when I say he is naive, because judiciary, or India is a democratic country. That is what people believe, and I would respect that. Now, when you think of democracy, usually they're supposed to have three pillars: the legislature, the executive, and judiciary. Now, India, basically, we doesn't have three pillars, we have two pillars. We have legislative and judiciary. The executive no more exists, because they are usually the servant of legislature. Now, when you take a defensive position or a offensive position against judiciary, the primary assumption there is that this legislative branch is perfect, which is far from the truth. It is not at all perfect. It is heavily corrupted in every branch, at every discipline, in every domain. The politicians who are running the show, most of them are driven by their party agenda, not so much of welfare or the development. And if this country has made any progress, that has happened because of the spirit of the country itself. The same story one can relate to the story of independence. So it didn't happen because of those politicians. It didn't happen because of other individuals whose name are widely known, popularly chanted about. It happened because of the spirit of the common people. It happened because all those young people who laid their life. It happened because of Mr. Bose. It happened because Khudiram Bose from West Bengal, and there are many other freedom fighters. So anyway, coming back to the story of the biggest hurdle. So it is not hurdle. I think if he had used the word outdated, archaic, obsolete, that would have been justified. Hurdle means then the assumption is that okay, uh, legislature is all about development, growth, prosperity, efficiency, effectiveness, and all this. Uh, but the truth is opposite. The legislature is all about inefficiency. The legislature is all about inadequacy, non-accountability, and all the other adjectives. I'm not like Shashi Tharoor. I really do not have good English, so can't go beyond it. Had he been there, I think we would have able to use some more adjectives. So again, as I was saying, that obsolete, archaic, outdated, those would have been better suitable to the contemporary judiciary. And in support of that hurdle, what all things he talked about, those remarks such as the practice of this saying my lord, lordship, ladyship, etc., and then prayer, they much more agreeable to the term obsolete, archaic institution, not hurdle. Hurdle is a different concept altogether, and there are many other branches. So, for example, politics is a hurdle for India's development. Education is a hurdle. We barely have good scientists, researchers that we are fostering or nurturing in this country. Engineering sector, that's again that agriculture is a biggest. It is not an hurdle, but it is still again a very outdated institution that is still supporting India's back. So this technological inferiority is definitely another hurdle. Youth is definitely can be called a hurdle to India's development, because you go to most of these universities and these top institutions, and if you look at the research and development, they're very, very poor. Hardly we have any R&D going on, some real research and development. I'm not talking about those R&D in papers. I'm talking about research and development that has tangible effect on the socio-economic strata. So I think if he had he not been used the term hurdle and used those other adjectives, would have justified. And the troubling remark and those contempt are really do not justify, because the context that he pointed out is absolutely a very astute narratives or the description of Indian judiciary. I'm a part of that fraternity, but uh, I'm also a citizen of the this country, and I have a bigger loyalty to the constitution of this country, and that loyalty supersedes my profession, me as an individual. So I'm not afraid to say that what he said definitely encapsulate the image of Indian judiciary system, and there should not be The knife part I explained, so there should not be any misapprehension about the remark. Let me know what do you think about it. Thank you.